Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allie. It's day 13 of the September series where I upload a video every single day. Today I have some lofty ambitions, of which I've already tackled one. The first part of work, I did finally finish A Curious Beginning, which is the first Veronica Speedwell book. This is a cozy historical fantasy. Why do I keep saying that? It's not a fantasy. It's a historical cozy mystery. And I'm giving it a solid 3-star. Like I said the other day, I was spoiled for this because I was an idiot and started the second book last year. So I knew the big sort of plot twist, or at least what the answer to the mystery was. And I didn't think it was going to change my opinion of the book because I'm not usually a plot-based reader. So I don't know how much that had to add to my sort of average rating. But I also feel like the first half, first of all, a lot of it took place in a circus. Not my thing. I don't like a circus setting. But also I felt like the plot was sort of lost. The characters were just in this place and like, what were they doing there? I don't know. There wasn't a sense of purpose, which could have been purposeful. But I do definitely see what everyone's talking about with the characters themselves. Stoker, oh my God. He is a god. It might be lame of me, but the budding romance between these two characters that we just got a little, not even a taste of, like the smell of, it has me wanting to read the whole series. So I will be continuing, and I'm hoping that I get closer and closer to these characters, that it makes the reading that much more enjoyable. So yeah, I'm glad I finished that book. I can add another to my list. I am on my lunch break, but during the second half of my workday, I'm hoping to start Set on You by Amy Leah, get back into my TBR. And then I will definitely be finishing Luster. This looks so weird with my ruler in it. It looks like a knife or something. I'm trying to think of more interesting things to add to my vlogs, but I feel like if you are this far into the September series with me and have been following me for a while, you probably understand that my life is pretty boring, and I'm not about to start pretending that I do more interesting things than stay home and read. Sometimes I'll go to Starbucks.
Wow. Crazy. You're crazy, girl.
You know what? I do want to go to the library. Although it's weird, the library closest to me has the absolute strangest hours. They're only open for like 3 hours at a time during the work days. So obviously I can't go. And then the days that they are open late or a Saturday, sometimes I'll go and they'll just be closed for no reason without any sign on the door or anything. And I'm just like, man, you're making it really hard to be a library girly. But thankfully, their catalog of online ebooks and audiobooks is superb. So I can forgive them. I am done with work. Ooh. I got 41% into Set on You, and I'm going to set it down. I don't know that I'm gonna love this book, and so I don't know if I should just listen to it every now and then while I'm working, because it is a good audiobook. It's engaging. I like Amy Leah as a writer, but there are certain things that are just not vibing with me, so I don't know if it's better to just stop while I'm ahead. A couple things I really like. I like that our main character is super confident. I can't believe she goes to a gym and films herself. Like, my God, that is just amazing. I can't even look up when I'm at the gym because I'm so uncomfortable. I like that we got a steamy scene pretty early on. And I like our main character's family, which is no surprise to me because the second one is about her sister and I've already read it. But we get insight into her parents, her grandma, and it's real cute and I like it. Some of the things I don't like though. First, our main character is an influencer. I knew this going in and I think that's why I avoided this book. The second one, the sister is an influencer, but she's a bookstagrammer. So that clearly aligns with my interests and it allows me to forget that I don't like books about influencers. This one, not so much. She's a fitness influencer, which is like the opposite of my interests. I have no interest in gyms, in exercise, in positivity, even if it's like actual positivity. I don't know, it makes me uncomfortable for no good reason. I do like that our main character is really passionate about what she does. I feel like I don't need to care about what our main character does as a job in any book that I read, but it's not just her talking to this guy or her sister or her friends about what she's doing or just doing it. We are actually getting like posts from her. I think they're like Instagram captions, but it feels more like a blog, and it's this very sort of 2010s fitness positivity that is just making me cringe. Oh, you know what it reminds me of? If you've seen the new Gossip Girl reboot, Julian, her character is an influencer and she talks to the camera and she's like, everyone, don't wear makeup today because you're beautiful on the inside. It sort of felt like that, and it was just kind of almost like fake positivity feeling. And I don't know if that's just because we're only seeing like a caption and not a full explanation of our character's thoughts on these posts, or maybe it's just the delivery of it. Because like I said, if she were saying these things and explaining these campaigns she was doing to her friend, to her sister, I don't think I'd mind at all. But the fact that it's like this post for us to read as if we're looking it up, it makes me cringe and shiver in a bad way. Plus, we are seeing the comments from the people, both good and bad. And I understand why this is being done, but it feels really contrived and uncomfortable. I would much rather have the discourse be happening, like I said, our main character telling someone about it or feeling about it, and not just being presented to us as a fact. I'm pretty sure this is in the second book too, but again, they're talking about books, so it's like something that I would be looking up, and so it's a little less cringe. And then the other thing I'm not really vibing with is that although I do like our main character and I do like the love interest, it's been a really clunky beginning for them, and I don't know if I want to put in the work to see it through for them, because even though we got a spicy scene pretty quickly and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna love this, especially because they're sort of gym nemesis. They're so petty in the beginning and it's amazing, and I love the energy. They're stealing like gym equipment from each other, they're hiding each other's phones, and it's just fueled with this sexual tension, and it's yummy, yummy, yummy. But then our main character is kind of unfairly mean to the love interest, and then he's sort of groveling, and then she has to grovel for making him grovel, and it's just this weird push and pull that is giving me nothing and making me exhausted, because it's like, damn, this is already too much work. Please don't date each other. Go find someone else. Especially since we already know based on the synopsis that there's going to be a pretty big conflict that's going to come up. It says in the synopsis that there's going to be a photograph that gets like viral of them, and it's going to cause a conflict between them because of some troll comments and things like that. And so if there's going to be a big rift between them in the third act, I'm guessing that's when this is going to come into play. Also interesting that they would put that in the synopsis. Then why would they give us so much turbulence in this relationship at the beginning? I feel like these two people don't even really know each other that well, and they're both working too hard. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't know that I'm gonna pick this back up. But if anything I just said interests you, if groveling or influencer main character or fitness love sounds intriguing at all to you, I would recommend this for sure, because again, I think it's very well written. I really like this author. Whew. Anyway, I need a coffee. Does anyone else get super tired after work? Or maybe around this time of day, it's 4 p.m. and I'm just like, I'm sure that this is gonna wake me back up though. It's funny that I'm so excited because I think this is going to eviscerate me. What is happening?
I could sit around.
God damn it, I finished the book. I feel like it's the kind of book where you feel like the work that you put in to read it should somehow be visible when you close the book, but now it's just a book. And that was emo as fuck. I honestly feel like crying for the rest of the night. This was like a lot of work to finish this book. The second half was, I mean, there were still funny parts, there was still dark humor, but it was deeply depressing in a way that I very much enjoy. So much so that it's a little concerning. It's just the kind of depressing that's not acutely sad. It's just the fact that oh my god, I'm gonna cry. It's the fact that we're all just gonna live our lives, and there's not necessarily a promise that everything is gonna be great and that everything could just suck forever, and that's it. I swear though, I could read this 100 times and still love it and get so much out of it. And not even that I would get a different experience or knowledge or interpretation when I reread it, but just that I could experience it again. And it's so funny because I was about 3/4 of the way through it and I was like, you know what, I could read this book forever. I could just have this girl, this woman living her life and narrating every stupid, random, weird thing that she did, and I would be happy. And that's a lie, because I don't think I could be able to take it. It's just so fucking sad. But it was kind of wholesome at the end too, and it's just like, oh my god, I just want so much for oh fuck. I have to know right now what else this author has written. Raven Leilani. Just this? Oh. Damn. But what a book to write. I think I could just cry for like a year. I honestly want to just go cry now. And I feel like even though this was such an isolating story, it made me feel less alone in that kind of depressing way. I really don't even understand how to like talk about this book. So I'm gonna shut up. I need to eat something. It's already late. I realize that this vlog is mostly me just talking and not much else. And I'm sorry for word vomiting at you all day. Okay, I've composed myself a little bit. I stress a little. And I have my stats for the day. I've now finished 9 books, which is the most I've read in quite a few months, and it feels good, I gotta say. Even though I've had a lot of 3 stars this month, I feel so good getting back into the routine of reading every single day, and honestly, that was one of my goals. I don't even think I said that in my intro video, but when you can like reading, even though you're reading things that aren't your favorite, that's like, that feels so good. Today, I read 98 pages of A Curious Beginning, 157 pages of Set on You, and 227 pages of Luster. I'm counting yesterday's pages because I never did my stats yesterday. So altogether today, I read 482 pages, which is insane. And even though I read 100 of those yesterday with Luster, that's still a lot of fucking pages. I'm very impressed with myself. And in total for the September series, I've now read 2,606 pages. And I have not just a new 5-star, but probably my favorite book of the year and an all-time favorite for sure. And I'm just like, I'm so happy right now, but like also deeply, deeply exhausted and depressed by this story. And you know what? I sort of really just want to start it over again. Like it was that fucking good. Oh. These quotes. Near the end, it was very slow paced and like random things were happening, but then like a quote would come by and it would literally stab me in the gut. Literally. Okay, I need to go watch some Modern Family or something lighthearted. You know what's funny though? Is that the wife in here, Rebecca, I pictured her as Claire Dunphy. All right, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.